everyone, Mandy here, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be doing another video on the How to Roleplay series. Today we're gonna be covering the topic of editing, and it's gonna be really cool. So I'm just gonna talk to you about a couple little things that I think is really awesome. So for editing, adding those black bars that you see on every cinematic roleplay really helps. Obviously you don't need that for stuff like first person and improv roleplay, but for cinematic roleplays, adding those black bars really does add a lot. It makes a huge difference. It makes the roleplay look a lot more professional and movie-like, and you can either add them in editing or you can add them using OBS. So in OBS you can overlay them directly onto the recording software, and it saves you an extra step, and it kind of just saves you a lot of time. So basically I'm going to turn mine on right now because I overlay them personally. This is how I like them. Whoop, hello, how are you? But do you see how it went from looking like this to looking like this? It just looks a lot better for like that type of like roleplay that you want to do. But now guys, I am just going to record a little something, and then I'm going to throw it into my editing software, and I'm going to show you guys how I do some audio levels, and I'm also going to show you guys some music and some effects. Alrighty guys, so I am in my editing software right now. As you can see, this is a recording that I did for Let's Get Crafting, and it is all edited up. But I'm going to show you how to make a new one. So you're going to do this new, by the way, this is Sony Vegas. So if you don't use Sony Vegas, then I don't know how much this is going to help you. But if you use Sony Vegas, then this should help you quite a lot. So you're going to go to File, and then you're going to press New. And then I have a preset for YouTube, but these are my preset settings. These are what I like to use for like new videos. This is just what they're on. Doing all of this does really help you. Alrighty, so we are on a new fresh start preset video file, whatever. So we're just gonna drag in the video clip. See, these are all my clips for everything that I need to edit. This is my roleplay thing. I need to edit that, but here we go. So we're gonna drop this right into there, and I'm also going to drop in some music and some sound effects for you guys, just so like, yeah. Okay, so I added in some green screen effects for you guys, and I added in some sound effects, and then I also added in some music. So I'm just gonna drag this into right there, and this, because of how I record my stuff, I'm going to remove this. So basically how I just did that is I left click it, then I go to group, remove from, and then that should remove it. You only should need to do this for either cinematic stuff, because like if you're doing cinematic stuff, then you want all this audio just gone, or if you're doing first person, you don't want like it doubled if you have it to set up for like multi-channels. So you don't want it like audio doubled on top of itself, because that's just gonna sound weird within my opinion. So yeah, that's just how I do that. And I am going to zoom in a little bit here, and you can see that I talked a little bit, so that way we could hear like my audio level. So we're just gonna play that really quickly. Recording, doing recording things. Oh yeah, bob your head for me. Yeah. Okay, so that's basically what it sounds like. So yeah, so usually what I do is I turn this up a little bit. So usually when I do like lines, I'll have like a more edited voice. I can quickly drag a line that I did for Haley really quickly that you guys have already seen. I can quickly drag it in for you if you want to hear it. Okay, so I'm quickly gonna play you guys what this sounds like. Then this is a line that I did for Tegan in episode 1 of Quinn's Lie. So we're just gonna listen to this. I do it a couple times just to give like Haley a little bit of like a pick from what she wants to choose from, but this is how it sounds regularly when the audio is not turned up a little bit. So what else has been going on with you, Quinn? This is the first time we've chilled outside of school in a couple of weeks. So what else has been going on with you, Quinn? It's the first time we've chilled outside of school in a couple of weeks. So what else? Okay, so that's what it sounds like, and then if I drag it up to this one, I've turned this up by 3. So this is what it sounds like now. So what else has been going on with you, Quinn? This is the first time we've chilled outside of school in a couple of weeks. It is a bit louder, and I do quite like it, and that's what it's going to sound like with a professional like VA mic. You know, no background noise. no static, just all that type of stuff. But we're mainly just going to be working with this. So if I wanted to put in some music, I would drag in, this one is a really pretty track, I like it a lot. This really doesn't have like a lot of music. Let's just see, it doesn't really have like a lot of waves in it, so we're just gonna see what this sounds like. Recording. Okay, so that obviously sounds a little bit too loud, so what I do is I drag it down to not that low. Well, it depends on how loud it is. I like to drag it down to right about there, and now we'll see how it sounds. Recording, doing recording things. Oh yeah. So that's basically what it's going to sound like. Sometimes I turn down this a little bit and everything, just to see what that sounds like. We can go again. Recording, doing recording things. Okay, so now you can hear a little bit of this, and then this is the main audio that you're hearing. I like to keep it so like the music is a little bit quieter than the actual like video or the lines. That way it's a good like balance within my opinion, but I still like to make sure that it's, you know, obviously audible so that people can still be able to hear it. What I do for like sound effects, I'm gonna get rid of this quickly. And what I do for sound effects is I leave sound effects a little bit like higher, just because like I don't know if this one's gonna be really weird. Oh yeah, no, this one is like has a lot of like waves to it, so we're just gonna turn that down a little bit. And I usually like to leave sound effects a little higher, so this would basically a background sound effect, so it would basically mimic what outdoors sounds like. Now I don't like, I got this off of like audio library or whatever, so I don't know what this is gonna sound like, but I'll just show you what July night sounds like as well. Recording. Okay, so for this one I would like to turn it down just a little bit, because you can hear a little bit of like in my opinion it kind of sounds like static. Recording. Sometimes I just don't like the sound effects and I have to change it out with something, so I'm going to change it out with this one, and this one doesn't really have that many peaks in it, so we're just gonna see what it sounds like. Recording, doing recording things. Oh yeah, yeah, bob your head for me. Yeah, yeah. If you could hear it, you could hear like a faint sound of a bird in the background. So that's what that one does. And then for July night, this is basically for the nighttime. I'm gonna turn it down just like a tiny bit, and now we're just gonna see what it sounds like. Like I said, I don't like to turn it down too much if it's like ambient background noise. Recording, doing recording things. Oh yeah. Now if you can hear, there are crickets in the background. So yeah, that's basically what I like to do for sound effects. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like if this were to be all chopped up. So I will quickly do that for you guys. Now obviously that is a rough edit, very rough. So basically now I'm going to show you how to overlay something over the top of this. And this one, just because I'm very picky and it's a little rough for my taste, I'm just gonna, yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna add a new track. So we're adding in a new track, and then we have the floating background particles. We're just gonna put that in there, and because this, I did get this off of YouTube. This is, I'm basically showing you guys how to chroma key an effect onto the screen. So yeah, okay, so we're also going to okay, so I'm going to drag it out. So I'm pressing Control and I'm dragging it out with my mouse, so that makes this longer and it slows the video down a little bit. If I wanted to just extend it, I could just drag it and then it can repeat, but I don't want it to repeat, so I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay, so we're going to go to Video Effects, and then we're going to go down to the chroma key here. And basically, we're going to see which one does it. So I have multiple, I have presets. I have this green screen one. We're gonna see if this works out or if this is the good one. Okay, so I guess that's okay-ish. So what I'm gonna do is okay, so if it doesn't match, what you can do is you can remove it like that, and then you can do a default, drag it on there, and then we can do this, and then we can do that, and then it'll give us a perfect color for it. And now what I like to do is I like to use mask only, so it makes it a little white. And then what I can do is I can put the high threshold up all the way so it's kind of see-through-ish. And that little green thing, that is something that is making me a little mad. So I don't know if that's gonna change at all, if I do that or that or that or that. I don't know, but we're just gonna leave that on and we're just gonna see what this looks like now. Okay, so right there, you see that little green space? That's basically a glitch that happens with Sony Vegas. So that little thing, that's not the actual particles that are moving up, and that will not show up on your final edit. Like once you render and everything, it's just there for like right now. It's a glitch, but that's basically what it would look like. Just with like the particles going over and really nice. Do something like a text message. So this is basically a text message that I got for Enchanted, and I'm just going to show you how I do this. So basically, this does not chroma key for you. I had someone animate this for me because I am lucky enough to have someone animate for me, but we're just going to do this. I am going to make it smaller, and then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to rotate it on its side. So that way it's standing up kind of straight, and then I'm going to move it over to this side of the screen. And now it'll just play. Okay, so now we're going to see, and what I like to do is I just like to move this down, and then I'm just going to like remove this track just because we're not needing it, and it makes me mad to have like in between. But yeah, okay, so now we're going to see what that looks like. Okay, so basically, Sony Vegas tends to lag a lot if you add all of the stuff in. So that's what it's doing for me right now. It is lagging, but you get the gist of what I am saying, right? Right, awesome. So I just basically went over the audio levels and I went over the effects, but now I'm going to show you how to add text on screen. So I'm just going to delete this, So basically how you add text on screen in Sony Vegas is you right click this. Since this is a video track, it needs to be a video track, you can do insert text media. And then this little box should pop up. And now because of the track motion that is right here, I'm just going to reset this track motion to default. And then that should be what it looks like when it pops up. So you can just honestly type anything you want here. Like, hello, like stuff like that. Or you could type like, his name is Fred or something like that. And then if it goes off the screen, you do have to make the font a bit smaller. So you say hi, his name is Fred, and then you can move it like this. You move it down, so it's like hi, his name is Fred. You can move it onto the back bars if you wanted to. So yeah, you would just be like hi, his name is Fred, and then that's what it would look like throughout like the whole thing, you know? So yeah, that's basically how you add text as well. I showed you how to add text in Sparkles. But editing effects can be super duper tricky. There is a bunch of like amazing free green screen effects on YouTube. So yeah, I showed you guys how to chroma key into things with Sony Vegas, and I'm going to link some of my favorite effects down in the description. Some green screen effects for you guys, just to give you guys some like sparkles, some really cool things, maybe some like magic stuff. Now for text message scenes that you see in Quinsley like this, be there in like 10.
SMH, I'm gonna be late. My dumb English teacher wants me to stay after class.
Our first week of 11th grade isn't even over and Kalia is already in trouble. Of course.
you are gonna have to put in maybe a lot of work to do that. I personally don't know how to do it. So what I like to do is I go to a website that does fake messages for me. So basically I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so basically this is a website that I like to use for making fake phone text messages. I used to use this method a lot when I made a roleplay called On Her Own. We had text message scenes in there, and I use this to make the text message scene. So basically how you change this is I would do that, get rid of that, get rid of this, you know, get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. So basically now all of that is gone. So now we could do a type, we could do iOS 8 or iOS. Do we do that or that? I don't think it really matters. Well, okay, so it's longer. If that's like wider and shorter, this is sleeker and longer. For this, we could change it to like, I don't know, Mandy, lol. And then we could choose like the operator. The operator could be like, I don't know. Since we're talking about micro roleplays, we'll do iBlock. The time, I don't care. It could just be this you don't really want to change, this you don't really want to change because that just makes it look real. This you don't really want to change because that once again makes it look real, and then that you don't want to change. For battery, it could be at whatever percentage you want it to be at. Let's put it at 100%. Show percentage on or off. I like to leave it on. Connection, we could do a 4G. We could put that on, and then we could do yeah, no, let's do Wi-Fi. Why not? And then we could do our signal. Our signal is at 2. We could put it at that one or full. Now for messages, this is tricky. So we're gonna turn gray. Okay, so gray means that is us. So we're gonna be like, oh, hey, what's good? And then we could add like a little face to it, and then we can send it. So it's gonna appear like that, and I misspelled some, but it's fine. And it's gonna sound like that. And then what I would do is I would download this image and then do the next one. And the next one would be like an iPhone message. So it would be like, nothing much. What about you? And I don't really care how my spelling is right now because that's not really the point, but I'm gonna, and then we would, you know, add a heart, and then it would be like, nothing much, what about you? And then it would be like that. And then once again I would download that image and then just keep going and save them to like my thing. So yeah, that's basically how I would do that. And then we could also add the timestamp if we wanted, and then we would just add that in the middle. And then yeah, basically usually the timestamp would go before a message, so it would look like boom boom, and then it would just be like blah 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 blah. And then yeah, we could add that message, and that's basically what it would look like. So yeah, that's basically how you do text messages. By the way, this website, it is free, it is safe. It says not secure up there because like it hates me, but I'm swear I've used this website before. It is safe, it is good for you to use. So yeah, but alrighty guys, that is gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. I hope this helped you, and I hope it was informational. If you liked it, please like it. If it helped you, please like it. And if you think I should have gone over something in this video, leave it in the comments down below, and I will respond to you to the best of my ability. And yeah, check out the next video on Haley's channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!